Greetings, YouTube. Rodrigo Duterte, I think I'm saying his name correctly, became president of the Philippines 3 months ago. And in that time, he has executed 3,100 people. When he was mayor of a city for 20 years in the Philippines, he executed an estimated 1,400 citizens. How a mayor can get away with executing anyone is beyond me. And of that 1,400, including 132 children, says this guy actually publicly compared himself to Hitler, and he is quoted as saying, "There's 3 million drug addicts in the Philippines. I'd be happy to slaughter them." And how how do you come to grips with that? Why haven't the Filipino people just thrown him into a prison cell or institutionalized him? Because he's into the human atrocities range of lawlessness. He's supposed to be on a law and order campaign, but just executing drug addicts is not part of the law and order process. That's not a rule of law. That's just executing people because you've run on a law and order campaign and you've chosen them as your target. And the comparison to Jews is apt, seeing as Hitler targeted homosexuals and the Jewish people and the Romani just because they were outsiders. And targeting the outsiders meant that the majority of the citizens didn't feel they were a member of those groups being targeted. In this case, it's drug addicts. The majority of people aren't drug addicts. So saying they're the problem for all of our issues we have here in the Philippines, it's them right there. Now, you could do that until you run out of drug addicts, but then he'll just jump to a new group. Racial minorities are always popular. Religious minorities are always popular. See Hitler and the Jews. Then again, there's always the LGBTQ community. They've always been popular for purges. Because again, they're always in the minority. So long as you're picking minority groups to build your sandcastle on the corpses of those you've murdered, you can just keep throwing more corpses under yourself. And that's what he's doing. And I don't know how the Filipino people are putting up with that. I don't get it. How many Filipino people don't have someone they know or family member or just anyone that's a drug addict or has been a drug addict? How many people do you know in your life that have been addicted to drugs? Would you be okay with the government just killing them? And it's not just the government, actually. He's taking it one step further. He's just publishing a list of people who are considered to be drug addicts. And if your name is on the list, if your fellow citizens just murder you, he's okay with that. So this isn't just government death squads, official, like the law enforcement of some variety. Nope. This this is just a list of people that he wants dead. And if you want to get off the list, you have to turn yourself over to law enforcement. Now, how well do you think that's going to go for you? I'm just aghast at this. How do you tackle something like that? I guess I always considered the Philippines to be a place that was relatively sane. And this is an act of political insanity. This is a pogrom against its own people. And I'm baffled. And I would really love if someone could help me come to grips with this. because this one caught me off guard and I just